It's time now for the Tom Lacey Sports Show on Hometown Radio, WYRY. Here's your host, Tom Lacey.
Good morning, everyone. We're kind of switching seats a little bit. That's why it's taken a little while, because we have three guests. Oops, let me get this here. And want to make sure that everything is going well. First of all, our guests, are all Peru athletes. We have Bella Berry. What year are you, Bella?
2027.
What is that? You're a freshman right now?
I'm sophomore.
Sophomore. Okay. We have her sister, Violet Berry. What year are you?
I'm a freshman right now.
Freshman. Okay. And I think she's about 6 foot, I think. So, and we have Reese Duprey, who's a sophomore, all from Peru, all on the much improved Peru basketball team. They're definitely going to be a force this year, and it's so nice to have them. I've had them when I substitute taught at Peru. They are great students, and I've seen them play, and they play so hard, and they do all those little things, and we'll get to that. But so again, Bella Berry we have, Violet Berry, and Reese Duprey. We'd like to get some phone calls this time. The girls would love to hear from you. I have a ton of questions for them, very simple questions, and I might even start out with the hard one right away. Why not? I always do this thing called word association. Okay, so when I give the word association, Bella, you go first and give whatever comes to you. Reese will go second, and Violet third. Okay. You say whatever you want about this person, okay? Angel Reese. Whatever you want to say about her. Get kind of a little closer. That's good. Anything. You could say good rebounder, whatever.
Sure, good rebounder.
Okay. Reese, Angel Reese.
I believe she's a good rebounder too, and fights hard for those boards.
Okay. Violet?
I think she works hard and her rebounds are good.
Okay. Matt Berry.
Driven.
I like that. Next.
He's a passionate coach to have.
Okay.
I think he just cares about basketball and about coaching.
Okay. Good. Here's a tricky one. Santa Claus. What comes the first to your head?
Fun.
Okay.
Childhood nostalgia. I love Santa Claus.
Same here.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to get into some tough ones here. Brenna Duquette. First of
Hardworking.
all, who's going to be guarding her? Okay, but Brenna Duquette.
Hardworking.
Okay. Are you going to be guarding her?
Probably.
All right.
She is just such an amazing player. I think she's very versatile. She has an outside game and an inside game, and she is just a driven player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she works really hard at everything that she does, and she's good on the outside and the inside, and I think she's just really hardworking.
Okay, good. This is one of my favorites because I've known her since she was born. I think you might know this one. Peyton Parliament.
Peyton's also hardworking, and she will always work hard for what she wants, and she gets that.
Okay.
I think Peyton is a very hardworking basketball player. I got the privilege to play with her a couple times, and I think that she is a very team player, and she's very fun to play with, and she's very driven too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had the chance to play with her, and she was a really fun teammate to play with, and she was just hardworking and always was.
Mm-hmm. One word I thought I'd hear from you guys is feisty, because she is definitely feisty. I think you guys know that. Soccer. Bella? You could say something like second favorite or third favorite. Did you play soccer?
Yes.
Okay.
I play right now. I care very much about soccer. It's like probably close up there with basketball as my favorite sport, yeah.
Okay, good.
Soccer definitely comes in second, but I love our school team, and I think it's a very fun sport to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. It's definitely my second favorite sport, but it was really fun this year to play with like our whole team.
Okay. I think we only have a couple people that play this sport here. Tennis. Who plays tennis?
I
Just
play
one
tennis.
person? But you all play tennis?
No, just Bella.
Bella? Okay. First thing that comes to your mind.
It's fun. Like the first year I joined it, well, I did track for 1 year and then I like got a hamstring issue and I was like, well, let's just try tennis, and I was just trying it out. But it turned out to be like super fun. I love the people, and it's just such a good spring experience, and it's like pretty easy on top of the travel sports I'm doing at the time. It doesn't like beat up my body that much.
Sure. This is a girl that I got close to as a player and tried to help her out. I don't know, maybe you haven't even heard of her, but Courtney McCarthy. You remember her, girls? What comes to your mind?
She's definitely one of our most positive influences because we were on modified when she was on varsity, and I remember like always going to the varsity games and watching Courtney, and she hit her 1,000. That was like a huge milestone for her in like Peru basketball, and I think that she kind of was an influence to like everyone in the Peru basketball women's side.
I think Bella said it really good. I can remember going to all the varsity games and being like, oh my gosh, like I get to watch her. And I think she was and still is a very good basketball player. And to see like her milestone of the 1,000 points, it was very exciting.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't really playing like in school at the time when she was on varsity, but when I went to the games, she was just always like hardworking, and she always was driven to like help our team out.
Yes. She worked my basketball camp, Adirondack Coast basketball camp. How many people have gone of you three? Who has gone to my camp at least once?
I think all three of us.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good. This year, as you know, we gave everyone a free pair of sneakers. That was tough. Gosh. And also a leather basketball. Everyone got a leather basketball, Kobe Bryant. The girls got a pink one. So it's going to be the same thing next year if you guys are interested in going. I know you have a busy AAU schedule, and there's other camps too, but would love to have you guys, and as you know, we play Team Canada on Friday. Well, it's going to be different. It's going to be Thursday. So we have trouble beating them. And if you guys come, I think we can beat them. Okay, but don't feel obligated, okay? First of all, they have a game Friday. Is that the Clinton Community College
Yes.
tournament? And they'll be playing Saranac. Now, is Saranac the same class as you guys? Is that someone that you'll be playing in sectionals?
No.
Okay. All right. And Bella will be guarding arguably the best player in the league, and that's going to be tough. How are you going to guard her?
Well, it's either going to be me or Maddie Marino, but
Okay.
I guarded her last year. Obviously, like Reese said, she has a good inside and outside game, so you kind of have to stay up on her, but not too up because she'll drive by you to the basket. But you don't want to step too far back because she'll hit a three right in your face.
Yeah. Watching you play, Bella, and actually all three, you have so much heart. And as you know, heart goes a long way. Heart goes longer than even talent. and if you have heart, you can stop anyone. So good luck on that. I'll be at the game. So got some questions here, and I think you guys got most of them. Let's talk about the Northeast Clinton game. We'll start with Bella. It was 20 years since you had beat Northeast Clinton. What was the feeling like? What made it happen? And how do you feel about it?
Yeah, it's obviously a huge accomplishment beating NCCS, like, considering that we haven't beaten them in 20 years. Like, after the game, I felt very, like, accomplished, and I think our whole team did. It was definitely, like, a big thing for us. NCCS's zone is always so good, so that was, like, something that we had to watch out for, and that was something that we struggled with a little bit during the game. But when it came to the hard parts at the end, our defense really stuck out, which led to an open layup. And we had another player who hit a very important layup in the game, and our coach was calling timeouts at the right time. And
Good.
Yeah.
Who was that player that hit that shot?
Natalia Gush Somerville.
Nice. I'm glad that you brought her name up. Okay, Reese?
Yeah, I think it was a very good win. I think we came in knowing that NCCS is very well coached, and they're gonna fight for as they need, and their defense was extremely good. They're 2-3.
Always, yes.
I think we were struggling with that for a little bit, but our team, we stayed together, we stayed positive, we worked hard as a team, and I think when it came to the hard parts, as Bella stated, we fought and we did what we had to do to win. So it was a very good one.
Nice. Violet?
Yeah, they all brought up really good points. Obviously NCCS's defense is a really big part of that game, and we just executed everything that our coach told us to, and I think it all played out really well in the end, and we won by 2. So
Nice. Being from my coaching days, I always remember against a 2-3, you have to have some perimeter shots. Violet, I know you're a very good 3-point shooter. Did you have any 3-pointers in that game?
I did not have any 3-pointers.
Did you take any?
I did. I took 2, and I missed them both. My shot was a little off that night, but that's okay.
Any other 3-pointers? Did anyone hit any?
Unfortunately, our shots weren't really falling that day, so we had to kind of rely on the inside shot.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think more of our inside.
Okay, good. Tell me what age or what grade you first started playing basketball?
I think
Bella?
2nd grade is when I first started.
Second grade. Okay. You remember your first basket ever that went in?
I don't, but I do remember when my dad used to take me to the gym and I made my first 3-point shot. And
Gosh, second grade?
I was 3rd, I think.
Oh my gosh.
That's when I made it.
Okay, Reese?
I'm assuming the same time around as Bella, just as young as I could when I could touch a basketball, and play, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably say 1st or 2nd grade, because
Wow.
I've always been playing with them too,
Mhm.
because they were always older than me, so I would always play with them, so I was always younger. But yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I already know what other sports you play, and I know your favorite sports. Who's your biggest high school rival around here? Not a player, but a team.
I think it was PHS in the past, but I think we're going to have to say Beekmantown for this year because we did beat PHS, and it would mean a lot for us to beat Beekmantown, especially since we lost to them the past few years in sectionals.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, definitely Beekmantown. I think that we're striving to really win against them this year or upcoming years because we've lost so many times, but it's been so close that we know we can win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I also have to say Beekmantown. I think that both of our teams have really extreme talent on our teams, and it'd be really cool this year if we could beat them.
Okay, I remember a couple years ago talking to Peyton, and I hadn't seen you guys play at all. And I just asked Peyton, I said, who are some of the players you're going to have trouble with this year? And she did mention you, Reese. She said definitely Reese Duprey is is excellent, and we're going to have trouble with her, without a doubt. So she gave you your props on that. Your toughest person not on your team, you have to guard. And I think we know what Bella's is.
Probably, yeah, Brenna.
Brenna Duquette.
I would say in like the past couple seasons, definitely. If I'm on Peyton, I think because she's just such like a force, like you said, and feisty, and she is definitely a tough person to guard because she also has that outside and inside too.
So this is like my first year on varsity, so I haven't really gotten to like guard everybody, but I would definitely say watching Brenna and Peyton and whoever guards them is definitely, they're having a hard time.
I'm going to go to Reese right now. Your free throw shooting, excellent. It's excellent. And I pointed out to your mom one time, I don't know if she told you, because, and I don't like to talk about myself, I really don't, but I was a pretty good foul shooter. And if Neil, if you're listening, this will be the 10th time I've said this. All you guys, I once made 388 in a row, so I can shoot. I know how to shoot free throws. And your right foot, if you're right-handed, has to be headed to the left. Violet, are you left-handed?
No, I'm right-handed, but I'm left-footed.
Oh, okay. But so your left foot is ahead of your right when you're shooting free throws?
No, my right foot is still ahead just because of my right hand. But
okay. Bella, right foot ahead?
Yeah, right foot ahead.
And I see yours is almost even, but your right foot is ahead just a little bit, and that's fine. You don't miss free throws too much. You're an excellent free throw shooter.
Thank you.
Okay. Your biggest local influences, and if you could name 3, that would be great, but you don't have to name 3.
This is kind of a tough question because there's not really like a specific person. Like I'd say, like you said, Courtney, she was a big influence to like a bunch of the younger modified players during like my time, because we would all, like I said, go to the varsity games and watch them, and they would always be a huge influence to us. Or like, yeah, so I think Courtney would be one. Going to like the Plattsburgh State games as well is also, like, as a young basketball player, is like cool to see how they work. I wouldn't really say anyone specific. I think Courtney would be like a top person.
Okay. She's listening, by the way. Hello, Courtney. Okay. Reese.
Definitely from Peru, definitely Courtney, because she was amazing, and it was very cool to see from like when I was young. Also the Plattsburgh State, I go to some of those, but I would also say, like, I got the privilege to play in that USA versus Canada at your camp, and I think playing with just like the older, like Desiree and Bailey, and even Peyton too, I think, like, because they are like a couple years older than me, I just think their strive for the game is amazing, and I think that like influences me. And yeah.
2 people that I'd say that were on my dad's basketball team when I was like really young is definitely Sam Spear and Lauren Lawless.
Nice.
Because they both, like me, I grew up like watching them on my dad's team, and they were both like extremely well like players, and I really enjoyed that.
Okay. I can't remember, Reese, did we win that game against Canada?
Yes, we did.
Right. I couldn't remember because I was bouncing all over the place.
Yeah.
So, are you guys forgetting anyone on influences? Can I give you a hint? Parents?
Yeah, obviously, like, my dad is a huge influence, like, throughout my whole basketball career, since he's always been part of the like coaching staff. Like, he would bring me to the gyms, and like countless things that he always does for me, and my mom always helps me and pushes me to be the best as well.
My mom is definitely my biggest supporter, and I also look up to her because she played for Plattsburgh State, and she always helps me. She pushes me to be the greatest. She tells me stuff I can work on. So definitely my mom I always look up to.
Nice.
Yeah, I have to agree with my dad, and he's always like pushed me and my sister to be like the best basketball players that we can be, and my mom just helps out with that, and I really appreciate that.
I was at your parents' wedding, by the way. It was one of the best. I'm not kidding you. It really was. And your dad was a teammate of mine in like men's league, and he did all those little things that would help you win, like set really good screens and rebound and do all the little things that made us win. And I think he's doing the same as a coach. He's teaching you guys all the little things, right?
Yeah, that is something
is
something that like he tries to implement on us every day, and like that's like Coach Marshall is really good at
she is too.
Leading like our team and stuff. My dad is really good at like nitpicking the small things, which like overall makes us a better team.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with her too. Mr. Barry has been a big part of my like basketball career too. We've had ups and downs, but he is always there, and he's always like giving the best advice for everyone and like nitpicking everything.
Yeah,
in a good way.
Yeah, like when he comes to practice, when he does a drill, he'll have us like be there, not one step behind, and that's always like his thing. Like you like be there, like, and that's the small things that he takes really seriously.
Yes. Yep. When I was refereeing, which I coached, played, and refereed. Refereeing was the least liked for me. I didn't like it, but Coach Barry, I unfortunately had to give him a few technical fouls, but he was always good about it, though. Honestly, he's just feisty, like, and very, really into the game. So, I think he's one of the best coaches in our area. I really do. He always has been. Okay, biggest professional influence, if you have any.
My biggest professional influence is probably Jared McCain. Like, I've watched him throughout like his whole Duke season, and I just love his attitude, and I feel like it's like way different than any other NBA players. And obviously he just tore his ACL, which is really upsetting. Yeah. But I've been watching his whole like journey from Duke to the 76ers, and he's doing really well, and just his attitude is really, really influential on me.
So I haven't really watch a lot of basketball, but I did start watching it when I heard about Caitlin Clark. I think she's made the like everything for women like with basketball like very like good, and she plays her heart out every single game. So I think that's very influential.
Yeah, I have to agree with Reese with Caitlin Clark, but I also really enjoy watching Paige Beckers because I think she's just like a really good influence to her team, and I think she just makes her team like better, and I really enjoy that.
I'm going to get to this question right away then. Who's better, Caitlin Clark or Paige Beckers? Bella?
Well, I think just because of the impact that she's taken on women's sports, it has to be Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
Yep, Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, I'd have to say Caitlin Clark, but I really enjoy Paige Beckers too.
I can't wait till they play against one another in the WNBA. Unless a miracle occurs and they're somehow on the same team. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be cool.
We'll see if that happens. Okay, we talked about the Northeast Clinton game, and I like to announce who I have on the show because people just tune in. Okay, we have Bella Berry, Reese Duprey, and Violet Berry. You know, sometimes I get I sometimes call you Scarlet, and your dad, it's not Scarlet, it's Violet. So I'm sorry about that.
You're good.
Okay, how does AAU help you guys?
AAU is definitely like one of the most important parts that helps me develop my game because like we're playing super diverse teams from, well, especially when we went to Kentucky for through Lone Wolf. That was a super good experience, and Reese went to Chicago, but that was a super good experience. I mean, we played teams from like Florida, Hawaii, I think. There was teams from like other countries. We played teams from like all over the states, and it's obviously such a good experience. Whether we win or lose, like you're still getting that level of competition, and it helps you, like we said before, like nitpick kind of the small things that you know that you can take into the season, and it definitely helps you.
I would have to go like with the diversity of the coaching in the team, because I think getting a second hand from another coach can definitely, like, it's definitely improved my game from the coaches that I've had, and playing with different people, and like just like Bella said, like the different teams. I think either way we're learning something and getting better every single game, and I think that's very important.
Yeah, like every tournament we play against really tough teams, and I think that just like it makes our talent like get better, and yeah, I think that it's just like a really good experience overall. And I think it's good to like not play like teams from here, and then when you get to go play different teams, it's like even more fun.
Do you guys ever go play teams from Montreal? Because I have a connection there, and I could get you guys games during the summer anytime, but that's up to your coaches. So, we'll think about that later. Of you three, who's the best three-point shooter? Who do you think, Bella?
I don't know. I think we've all developed our three-point shots. I think it's pretty equal, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's all pretty equal. Like, if we look at, like, the games, I think we all do really good at shooting.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Like, there's not really a specific person that's, like, the best out of all of us. And I think, like, we all have our own specific, like, parts that are better. But definitely, I think our shot has, like, it's equal throughout.
You know what? All three of you guys are way too humble. Way too humble. I have my pick, but I'm not going to say it. So, unless you want me to. No?
I don't care. You're good. I don't care.
You don't care? Well, last year I watched Violet nail, I think, 3 straight. Great form. And you're only a freshman. It's going to get better. So, that's my pick, but that doesn't really mean anything right now. So, okay. Did you guys know that I took a boys team to Rucker Park last summer? Are you guys familiar with Rucker Park?
No.
Anyone?
Not really.
Oh, not really.
Okay, Rucker Park is the most prestigious basketball court in the entire world, and Coach Barry knows this. And Kobe Bryant played there, Dr. J, Michael Jordan. It's in New York City. It's in Harlem, and I took a boys team there, and we actually did pretty well. It's like playing on a museum. I'm not kidding you. And you play against New York City teams, and it was so much fun. And they asked if I wanted to get a girls team to go, and I did talk to Coach Barry, and he's going to see if you guys would be interested. It would probably be sometime in July if it doesn't conflict with anything. If it does, but I swear you guys would have so much fun. I could tell you we stayed in Tarrytown, and the parents went, and they took their kids into New York City. Some had never been to New York City before. And have you guys been to New York City? How many have been to New York City?
I have.
Okay.
We haven't like stayed there, but drove through it a bunch of times.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been there. No.
Okay. Well, they took the train in from Tarrytown, and one of the players, when he came back, because I stayed at the hotel, he said, New York City pizza is the best in the world. So, but they had so much fun, and even playing the game. So, we'll see what happens during the summer. I think if you guys did go, you get a lot of exposure. There's going to be some NBA players there watching, and it's a lot of fun. If you guys have a chance, Google Rucker Park, and you will see. And ask your dad about it too. I asked that one question about going to Adirondack Coast basketball camp. What is your opinion? As you know, my camp is the only free camp in the entire country, and I just caught Bella yawning. I'm just kidding. as your dad knows, I'm a funny dude. So, but I think I am. Gosh. But what do you guys think? Running a free camp, and we're the only free basketball camp in the country. Last year we had 405 campers, 1 week for girls, 1 week for boys, and they all got a free pair of sneakers. And that was somewhat of a disaster because it was so difficult to do. I'm not going to do it this year, so. But
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. I think like a free camp is always good. There's obviously like a bunch of camps like that are offered, but it's special that it's free and there's good coaching.
Yes.
And drills. I've been in the past, and it's definitely a good opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm gonna have to agree. I think it's just so like special and unique that there's like chance for anyone to come, no matter like anything, and I think that's really important. And like what you provide, like the shoes, like the basketball, I think that's very nice. And like the coaching staff,
Mm-hmm.
getting like recent players or like retired players
Yes.
is very cool too.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's just a really fun opportunity overall. And, like, I would have to agree with them. Like, the coaching is just, like, they're all really fun, and I really
They are
enjoy
fun.
them.
They're younger, but they're fun.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the coaches, and I'm going to give her props, is Taylor Saltis. Do you know Taylor? She's the assistant coach for Bigmantown. She's excellent. They're actually all excellent in my opinion. So, one thing that I like to do at this camp, and it's helped my shooting and a lot of people's shooting, is lowering the baskets to 8.5 feet, and I have a reason for that. And I probably played on 8.5 foot baskets for right up until maybe 9th grade, but it helps your shooting, helps your confidence, helps you develop the right form, and it goes pretty well. So if you guys ever have a chance, it's not it's not much of an adjustment really, even if you're still doing it. But one of my friends, his name was Joe Cardney, him and I, and if you look up this guy, he's probably the best player ever in Section 7 history. He played at Union College, all-time leading scorer, and we used to play on those baskets, and we both attribute that to our success playing on 8.5 foot baskets. Just wanted to throw that in there. So, I hope you guys understand why. Okay. Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, in the order. In your order.
Kobe, Michael, LeBron.
Would you say now?
Kobe, Michael, LeBron.
Wow. Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to say Michael.
Kobe over LeBron.
LeBron and then Kobe.
Okay.
I'd say Michael, Kobe, and then LeBron.
I like that. That's mine too. Okay. Your very best game that you've had thus far, and why was it your best game?
Probably have to say the sectional game last year against Beekmantown, because, well, it was a tight game the whole time, and I hit some important shots, and I just played hard the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Reese?
I would ask, personally, I think when we played Fonda Fountainville, I think I was 16 for 18 for the free throw,
Yes.
and I think it kind of just boosted my confidence, and I think it was a very good game, and I did pretty good for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, on varsity, I haven't had a lot of games, but last year on JV, I had one game. I think it was home where I had a couple threes that really improved the game and how we played.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I like those answers. You guys are all young underclassmen. You have 2 or 3 years left still. Possible ideas for the future. I know it's early, after high school? And if you don't know, just say I don't know. So don't worry about it if you can't answer.
I've been thinking about it a little bit, trying to consider. I definitely want to go to college, and I don't know if I want to play basketball or soccer yet.
That's all right.
I'm kind of looking into going to the athletic training.
Nice.
As a career.
I definitely would like to go to college, and I would hope to play basketball, and I think I want to go into something in the medical field. Not very sure what yet, but in that area.
Dr. Duprey.
Yeah, mine's kind of the same as Reese's. I want to play basketball in college, and I definitely want to do something in the medical field. I've always wanted to be a vet, but I don't really know about that anymore because, I don't know, but I'm getting older, but I don't know, I'll figure it out.
Gosh, that's when you played against the Fonda Fultonville, there was a really good player on that team. And I can't remember her name.
Kiana Christmas.
Christmas, yes.
Yep.
And she's actually at I went to
Morrisville.
I went to college at Morrisville for 2 years and Plattsburgh State for 2 years. So she's actually her parents email me every once in a while and keep me up to tabs on her. So yeah, she was a good player too. Yeah. Okay. Your favorite sports movie, if you actually have watched any sports movies?
Love and Basketball.
My favorite, second favorite. I love that one.
I just watched this recently, and I think the movie called Coach Carter.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's got a very good message to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was mine, Coach Carter. I watched it a month ago, and it was I really liked that.
Okay, I know that you guys have not watched this movie, but you have to. I know your dads have. Hoosiers? Anyone ever watch it?
No.
Okay, I'm giving you guys a direct order to watch Hoosiers. And you will, no doubt, watch it with your parents, and you will get pumped up. I'm not kidding you. I every year, our team would watch that, because I coach in college, and we'd watch that movie, and they'd get pumped up. So it's called Hoosiers, and it's a true story, too. Okay. How do you guys get open when a person is kind of playing ball denial on you and they're not letting you touch the ball? How are you going to get open? I mean, boxing ones, they're tough. They really are.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys have a specific offense, or what would you guys do?
I'd say moving without the ball is really important.
Okay.
Standing in one spot obviously isn't going to get you anywhere. Cutting, backdoor cuts, cutting across the, screens are also important. Coming off them, shoulder to shoulder, and having your teammates set, good screens. Yeah, I don't think we have any, boxing one specific plays, but definitely moving without the ball, setting screens and cutting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think moving is definitely the key. I think also using in my experiences my length or my running to try to post up, or like Bella said, using other people's screens and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think moving without the ball is really important because obviously if you just stand there, you're not going to do anything for your team. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Your team's best defensive player that's not in this room right now?
I'd have to point out Maddie Marino. She's always super gritty and, like you said, feisty, on the ball and off the ball. And she's always probably one of the hardest people to guard me in practice.
Okay.
I would also have to say Maddie Marino.
Nice.
Her drive for the game is amazing, and she is so feisty and will not give up no matter what. Even if she is guarding a person that's 2 feet taller than her, she's still going to fight against you.
Yeah, I also have to say Maddie Marino.
Nice.
She's always she's really determined in practice to always beat whoever she's guarding. And I don't know how she moves her feet so fast to get in front of you, but she's always she's always there.
Mm-hmm. This is kind of a off the wall question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. The most fun thing you've ever done in your life And if you can't answer it, say, I don't really know. There's too many things. I don't care. It was just a question.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Not sure?
I don't know. There's been a lot of things. I can't really narrow it down to one.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of hard question, but I think I think at my brother's like baseball tournaments and being able to go to we've been to really cool places, and I think it's been so fun to have the opportunity to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd have to say I don't really know, but I really enjoy doing a lot of things with my friends, so I'd say that. But
Definitely not Disney. Anyone Disney?
Never been.
Never
Disney.
been.
Wow. Here I go again, talking about myself. I'm doing the Disney Marathon, January 12th. Disney World Marathon, January 12th. And you guys know I have a disability, right? So I have to do it on a hand cycle. So I'm in on January 12th. I'll be going to Disney, and it's 5 laps around Disney, 5 laps. So 26 miles. But I'm looking forward to it. What are your team goals for the season? The team goals.
I think coming into the season, it was really important to all of us to get some stitches this year on the banner, win a CVAC championship, or winning sectionals is also important to us because we've lost the past, I think, 3 years. Every year I've been on varsity, but coming into the season, and it was really important to us, and I think we're all working really hard in practice every day to prove that we want that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to agree with the stitches. I think every single one of us want to put those up there, but also just having a good everyone having a good mindset, everyone being on the same page, and having that connection and chemistry so we can grow to be a better team. And I think that we're all doing a very good job of having a positive culture. I think that's really important.
Yeah, I have to say with stitches also because I've always watched our team, and it's sad to watch all of them have to walk away after losing.
Yes.
And I think this year I really want to see us happy this year and winning.
Mm-hmm. Girls, remember that you're going to lose some games, and what do you do when you lose? You learn from it. So don't worry about losing. I know it's tough, so don't worry about it. Individual goals for the season.
In the past, I think I've been kind of more like a role player, and I always pass up a shot that I have, but this year I definitely want to try to improve my scoring.
Okay, good.
Definitely giving my all every game, and I think if I make a mistake, just flushing it and shaking it off and going to get the next play. I think that's a big part in my game, trying to have that positive attitude every single game.
I like that.
Yeah, some of my games my shot is off, and sometimes I'll get upset with it, but I think I need to just tell myself keep shooting and it will fall.
Go.
So yeah.
Your dad probably tells you the same thing.
Yeah.
Keep shooting. So don't worry about that. As you know, Stephen Curry only had 2 points the other day, so he had a bad game. But he's gonna probably have a 40-point game coming up. So you have days where you miss, and you have days where you're gonna make them. So let's talk about how many 1,000-point scorers are there at Peru. Do you guys know the answer to that, and do you know who they are?
I'm not sure. I just know Courtney, but
Yeah.
Okay, Courtney. How about Reese? How about your mom? Did she score 1,000?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. I think there was this girl a while ago. I think her last name was Twining. Does that ring a bell?
No.
I think she did as well. But it sounds like you guys have either one or two. So, and I know this is not a goal. Winning is always a goal, as we know. So, I think there's someone in this room here that might have 1,000 one of these days, and I'm wishing that person all the luck in the world. So, good luck on that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, did I ask this? I might have asked this question, but if I didn't, I'm going to ask it again. Okay. I want you guys to, this was the homework that you had. You're going to rank Aja Wilson, Angel Reese. Well, not Angel Reese. Okay. Brianna Stewart, Juju Watkins, Paige Beckers, and Caitlin Clark in order. Did you guys see that question at all?
Yeah.
What do you got at number 1?
Oh, probably Caitlin Clark.
Okay. 2?
Aja Wilson.
Who?
Aja Wilson.
Okay, I like that. 3?
Then probably Juju Watkins.
All right.
And then Brianna Stewart, and then Paige Beckers.
Wow. Do you guys know that Brianna Stewart won 4 national championships? And did you guys ever read her book? I think you'll be amazed if you ever read her book. You'll be sad, but she's overcome so much in her life, and if you read that book, I think you guys are going to tear up. So I suggest you read it one of these days about Brianna. So I'm not going to get into details, but okay, Reese.
I'm gonna have to say Brianna Stewart for the first because of what just because I feel like she's older than Caitlin Clark, and I feel like of what she's accomplished, I think she deserves that first. But also, Caitlin Clark obviously is very close, like to first for me because she has had such an impact on women's sports, and then probably Juju Watkins,
Okay.
and then Paige, and then the last one you said it's Aja.
Aja, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was, by the way, MVP of the WNBA this past year, but she wasn't speaking a lot of positive things about Caitlin Clark, so that's why I wouldn't give her number 1. That's me. But Violet.
I'd probably say first is Caitlin Clark, and then second I'd say probably Brianna Stewart, and then third I'd say Paige Beckers, and then fourth Aja Wilson, and then fifth Juju Watkins.
Nice. All different. Every one of them so different. Gosh. Okay. Let's see. First of all, I think I mentioned their game again is Friday at Clinton Community College against Saranac. Do you guys know what time that game is?
6
6
p.m.
o'clock? Okay. I do have a media pass now, and if you guys are in the mood, if you win, I might interview you and just put it on my radio station. But if you happen to lose, I'm not going to bother because I know how that could be sometimes. So beware. I'll just and I'll tape it and then just put it on, and I'll say exactly whatever questions. So it should be a good game. It's all up to Bella at the top. Brenna. It's all. No, I'm just kidding. Putting the pressure on, but I've known you guys for a while. Very impressed. All classy, all hardworking. You guys deserve. Is 10th grade is the highest and grade so far. Do you have any seniors on the team?
Yes, we have one.
Did she start?
No.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But what will be your? Well, we know Saranac. What will be your third toughest? I know there's Beavertown, and then there's Saranac. What's another team that's going to give you guys some fits?
Well, we scrimmaged Malone in the during the preseason, and we also play them in the Clinton Community Tournament. So that's going to be that they're like a tough team, and they just got a new shooter from Herman DeKalb.
Oh yeah.
But they're gonna be tough for us, even though they're not like in our section. They're not. Are they in our section?
No, they're in section 10.
Yeah, they're not in our section. But they're gonna be tough as well.
Yep, I'd say Malone too.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely Malone.
Yeah, I'd say Malone and PHS. I mean, we just had a game against PHS, but they always, like, the second game come out, like, even harder to try and beat us. So I'd definitely say them. And Malone, that shooter, she's really good.
You guys played PHS already?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It's good. We won by what?
5, I think.
5?
Yeah,
5 or 6.
Who is their toughest player in? Not toughest, just a tough player, because I don't want to brand someone as the toughest. But who had a good game in that game for them?
Ava Weiss had, I think, 14 points, and she's kind of like, I'd say she's like a silent scorer, which is like a good quality to have. Like, it's hard. Like she always plays really good, and she usually scores. Me or Maddie usually has to guard Bailey, and she's usually Bailey Houston. She's usually pretty hard to guard as well.
Very quick.
And then Essie Gorham is also good in the post, and she's always someone we have to look out for.
For that game, I think Bailey Houston really like held their team together. She's a very good ball handler, and I think like she set her team up very well, and she had some steals. Also Ava Weiss, she's just so hardworking, and like you won't notice her, but she'll come right in, and I think she's just a great player. And then in that game we got early fouls on Essie, and usually Essie is very like dominant in the post.
Yes.
So I think we did a good job on that, but she still came back and did good for her team that game too.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with all 3 of those players. Bailey, Ava, and Essie are all just really hardworking and help their team out a lot.
As far as, in my opinion, I've watched some games, and I think the refereeing has been excellent. I really do. Any comments on that? Be careful what you say, because referees listen to the show. But I think it's going pretty well. You know, they're not going to get everything correct. You guys know that. What do you think, Bella? No comment.
No comment.
Okay, Reese.
Honestly, I think they're doing a good job this year, honestly. And I think we just have to remember that everyone makes mistakes, or like they miss something, so they're doing good.
Yeah, I haven't had like a big, like, they haven't really messed up a lot yet so far, so that's good.
Sure. Violet, are you starting? I'm not sure.
No, I'm not.
Okay, when do you usually get in the game?
Probably 6 or 7, man.
Okay, good. That's good to hear. And so Friday, and you said the game's at 1? Is that what time you said?
6.
6. So, sorry about that. I'll be at that game, and it's going to be fun to watch. That whole tournament is fun to watch. Now, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. You're automatically playing another team. Is that Malone?
Malone,
yeah.
Wow. That's gonna be a tough weekend for you guys.
For sure.
Yeah. So I'll be rooting for you guys. There's no doubt. You know, I root for Section 7 really. So, it's gonna be fun. The one thing I'd like to always mention is your dad. Violet and Bella. He's meant a lot to me, and such a great guy, and I love playing with him, even though I was older than him. And he's probably one of the reasons why we won so much, because he did those little things. And I see his coaching is just out of this world. He knows, again, those little things, and I love watching him coach. And is your mom in the Plattsburgh State Hall of Fame?
I don't know. No, not as of right now.
She's in the Peru Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Yep, and your dad is in the Peru Hall of Fame as well.
Hmm.
I think we have 3 potential Hall of Famers right here in this room. Do you guys remember someone named Marley Curl? Remember watching her at Plattsburgh?
No.
You know Coach Tom Curl, right?
Hmm.
That's his daughter, and she was MVP of the league, and she was MVP in soccer, and then she picked up tennis her senior year, and she won sectionals. She just picked it up, won sectionals, and then she went to Bowdoin and had a good career, and she's been out for 10 years. At Plattsburgh for Hall of Fame, you have to be out for 10 years, and then you get elected. So but I see that the Plattsburgh coach got in the Hall of Fame, and so I think the Peru School District is one of the best too. Who are some of your favorite teachers? I mean, they're all good teachers, but is there any that really stand out?
Do you want like specific names?
What's that?
Do you want like specific names or?
Sure. And they're all good. I mean, if they're listening or if they listen later, they'll love to hear it.
Mr. Baharnwa, he is a really one of my favorite teachers. He's also my tennis coach and soccer coach this year. But to be honest, I don't really like his class, but he always makes it like super fun and that I want to be there. And I also like my math teacher, Mr. Armstrong.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to say my previous math teacher, Miss Pearson.
Okay.
She supports me like so much and like such a kind person, and she will literally do anything. Every morning she asks how our games went or says good luck, and I just think she's such an amazing person. Also Mr. Baharnwa, because he's my soccer
Yes.
coach this year, and he's just very supportive and a really good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd have to say that I have like 2 equal ones, and it's definitely Miss Pearson because I have her this year. And then last year I had Mr. Pominville as my math teacher, and he's also like a really good math teacher and just helped me over the year.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys think about the unified program? Are any of you guys involved in that, or maybe this coming year?
Yeah, we can't do it until we're seniors.
All seniors, okay.
But I definitely I'm looking forward to do that because I think it's a good opportunity that our schools
Yes.
have that, and I think it's important that our athletes take they play and get involved.
Mm-hmm. And the score really doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely my senior year, I'm definitely going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I just love how our school is, and a lot of schools are very supportive, and we have a game that our whole high school watches, and I just think it's so special.
Yes.
We get to cheer on, and I just think I can't wait to do that my senior year.
Mm-hmm. I was there for that. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's just a really good opportunity, and like everybody always comes and supports them, and I think it's just really fun to watch also.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I have to ask, who was your favorite substitute teacher? You don't have to say me. That's kind of a fake question, so don't answer that.
Okay.
You don't have to. So I'm not substituting anymore, but that's okay. So any departing comments? You're each gonna get like a minute or two to say anything that you want. So Bella, why don't you start?
I'm glad that I got the opportunity to come on here, and overall I think that our basketball team is really excited for this year, and we're going to be driven to our final goal in the end, which is getting some stitches on the banner, and I'm grateful for this opportunity, and thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming too.
Yes, I just want to say thank you. I'm very glad I got to be on here. I think it's a very cool opportunity to be able to talk on here. And also, like Bella said, for our team, I think this season is going to be really good. We're just all very driven, and I really hope we get those stitches at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you for having us. I'm really excited for this year. It was my first year on varsity because I think like our whole team and everybody is just super positive, and think I'm really gonna enjoy it, and I'm just excited.
Mm-hmm. That's great. The one thing, when I go to your games, you guys get a pretty good fan turnout. You really do. And what do you think about the fan turnout for WNBA now? Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
It's about time too.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. And women's sport is really taking off because of one person. No, I'm just kidding. Many people. We all know who the one person I'm talking about is. But you guys have been great. I really appreciate you taking the time. I'm gonna wish you guys the best of luck during sectionals. I'm gonna root. I'm gonna root, but I'm not gonna tell. I'm rooting for you guys, but I am gonna root for you guys. Although I just told everyone though. This show, by the way, if you download the app, can be heard anywhere in the world, anywhere. We've had phone calls from England, and for some reason we're not getting the phone calls that we did when we first started, and I can understand that. So it's a pleasure, honestly, to have you guys here, and I wish you the best of luck. Okay.
Thank you
guys,
so much.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you.
All right. Just want to say great show, and Merry Christmas to every single one in the entire area and all over the world. I appreciate it.